Hey friend, my name is Wendy. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're a returning friend, glad you're back. I do have a little puppy with me today, hanging out. This is not my dog, but she is my aunt's and I'm babysitting. So you might hear her rattling around just a little bit in my lap. So me and Quincy are here today to tell you about what it's been like since I left Stampin' Up. I have definitely received a lot of messages asking me different questions and inquiring about different things, and then just also lots and lots and lots of words of encouragement. So before I even launch into this, I want to just say how incredibly thankful I am for all of you that have reached out and been so encouraging since I left Stampin' Up. I honestly have only received a couple of negative messages. Everything else was very positive, kind, loving, encouraging words. So I think I've said it in previous videos, but I shouldn't be shocked, but this community just always amazes me. The card making community always amazes me because of the amount of kindness that is extended to people. And so I want to thank you for that before we get too far into this video and I forget to mention that. I do have notes on my phone just to help me remember all the things I want to talk about today. So if you usually come here for crafting or something like that, this video is a little bit different. This video, I'm just going to be sharing some of my thoughts with you and going over what has changed and what I've learned in the last month or so after leaving Stampin' Up. So get a cup of coffee, pause the video, get a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and just hang out with me for a little bit. And I do want you to comment below with any questions or thoughts you might have as I go through the video, of course. Okay, so first thing, a little bit of background. I'm going to keep it short because most of you have heard it a million times. But I started with Stampin' Up! In 2010, and I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 13 years, nearing 14. 14 years, November would have been my 14-year anniversary, November 2024. So in that time, I built a really thriving Stampin' Up! Business, and I did very well with Stampin' Up! I enjoyed my time with Stampin' Up! And I learned a lot about card making and the business and stuff like that. But I really only learned about the direct sales type business, and we'll kind of get into that as we talk more in this video. But just to give you a brief history of what has happened, in 2022, I started exploring other products and using other products, which was all on the up and up with Stampin' Up. I fielded questions and comments from you all for about a year and a half over concerns that I was doing something I wasn't supposed to. And the truth is, as far as the Stampin' Up! Policy is concerned, as of the time that I left Stampin' Up!, which was in July of 2024, you can use and share any products that you want to. You just can't receive compensation from other companies that have competing product with Stampin' Up! So I, again, cannot speak to current policy, but I can only speak to the policy that existed at the time that I was a demonstrator. So that worked for me for a time being, and that's what I did. What I found is, that's what we're going to get into, is what I learned. So first of all, I'm going to start with, I got to look at my notes really quick. My first thing I learned, community. I really worried that I wouldn't have any more community because Stampin' Up! Does have a culture of like creating a Stampin' Up! Bubble, I guess you could say, or a community that you feel part of. And so I worried with leaving the company that I would feel like this isolation, which I already kind of felt because of some of the decisions I had made with using other product. I did come to find that there were people that I thought were my friends that really weren't. And I felt pretty isolated and alone towards the end of my Stampin' Up! Time. And so I worried that that was going to be an issue for me. And this job is already kind of isolating at times because I'm just in my craft room alone, working, doing my thing, and there's nobody to talk to, right? There's not somebody to like just hang out with while you work or be like, hey, you want to go grab lunch or something like that. So that really concerned me with leaving Stampin' Up! Well, what I found is that there's a huge card making community out there that embraced me with open arms. I just can't believe like how kind the card making community as a whole is. In fact, I have felt more connected and more welcomed. It also helps that I have a membership. So I know I've talked about this in other videos. I have what is called the Creative Vault membership, and it's a monthly membership. It's $14.95 a month, but I have so many people in that community that cheer me on and that are so excited to hang out with me every week. In fact, starting in September, we're going to start doing craft alongs. So twice a month, we will meet via Zoom. Anybody who can meet, and we'll just craft together. And that's something that I really love to do. I love to just be on Zoom with somebody and crafting. So I thought, why not do that with my Creative Vault community? And then we have 2 other times a month that we go live. Me and my sister go live and I teach a technique, or it's like a mini class basically. And so, that has really saved me, which, by the way, shameless plug, if you're watching this video and you're interested in the Creative Vault, I do have a free trial, 21-day free trial, so you could get in on that first craft along we're doing in September, and I'll make sure the link is below the video. So anyway, the community thing really worried me, but it turns out that has been okay. In fact, I would say there has been aspects of it that are better than when I was with Stampin' Up! One of the things I notice about the community outside of Stampin' Up! Is that there is more to like working together. So different companies collaborating with each other to help build each other up. And I really like that. I also really like the small companies like Pajama Crafter Stamps, Pear Blossom Press. They are smaller companies that I have gotten to work for and work with that I know the owner personally. They're trying their best to build a thriving business, and there's something really cool about being in on the ground floor of that kind of stuff, or like knowing that anything I do, like if I do a video and you purchase something from them, that through my links or whatever, that helps me, it helps them. And it's just really cool to watch so many of these people start these really small businesses that they're just trying really hard to put really cool stamps and dies and products out into the card making world. So that's been super fun to be part of all of that. And that's something I would not have been able to be a part of in the same way had I stayed with Stampin' Up! Because I can't receive compensation, or couldn't, from other companies while being a demonstrator, it really tied my hands as to what I could and couldn't do, because it can get a little muddy. And I never wanted to disrespect Stampin' Up's rules and regulations that they had. I will say I don't necessarily agree with them. I think that each demonstrator should kind of be able to do their own thing. And so while I respected them, it did kind of trap me and put me in a place where I wasn't able to work with other companies in the same way I wanted to, and continue to earn income to do this. Because, I have to earn income to be able to sit and record videos and all of that to pay my bills, just like everybody else that goes to work. So anyway, so that's kind of the long and short of the community thing. and something I learned, that I still have community. My most precious community is my Creative Vault membership. They are amazing people. They cheer me on all the time, and they're supporting me by contributing a monthly fee for me to put up classes and do live events and all of that. So those people are very near and dear to my heart, and I super appreciate them. So shout out to all my Vaulties, because you guys are amazing. So thank you so much. Okay, number 2, that was all about community. Okay, number 2, the next thing I learned, I'm looking at my notes, is the affiliate thing. That's like its own thing. Okay, so it's really cool, but it's a little confusing for a lot of people. So one of the things I've learned is that if you are an affiliate, which first let's back up. What is an affiliate? Because some people don't even understand what that means. So all these different card makers, or even anybody that you see actually on YouTube or Instagram, influencers of any kind, they're all using affiliate links. Okay. So an affiliate link is just a special link that has like a code in it just for me or whoever, whichever person. Kelly Taylor has her own code, and we all have our own codes for each company. So if you're watching my card video and you decide you want to purchase a stamp set that I use, you would go to the description box in my video, and there's a link that says supply list. In that supply list are affiliate links. When you use those affiliate links, I get a percentage commission of the sale of that product. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just like a finder's fee, basically, is how I look at it. Like, I'm the one who showed you the product. You got excited about it. You went to purchase it. So I'm getting a commission off of that sell. So that's across the board for all industries. There's people have affiliate links. That's just a thing that influencers do of any industry. What I'm learning is that there's this, so I don't know if you're familiar with when you go to a website, it says accept the cookies or accept all cookies. What I've found out is that if you don't accept the cookies, then the affiliate doesn't get credit for that sale, which really is kind of a bummer. So that's a very interesting thing that I've learned. So anyway, there has been a learning curve with the affiliate stuff. There's lots of different things you have to do to sign up for affiliates and request to be an affiliate. And so that's been a process. There are a couple companies I still haven't even heard back from. So even though I'm using their product, I'm not an affiliate yet because I'm still waiting to hear back from them. So all of that, and there's actually even some companies that don't take affiliates unless you're on their design team. So all of that's been a little bit of a learning curve, but I also want to thank all of you who do use my links to make purchases, because it helps. That's now how I'm making money. Basically, between my membership and my affiliates is how I'm earning money. So when you purchase with my links, that's how I'm, instead of like when I was with Stampin' Up, I was making a commission off my team members and I was making a commission off my sales. I obviously don't have that income anymore. So now that income is being replaced with the affiliate links. So when you use those, it is super helpful. And when you accept the cookies on whatever website you go to, again, super helpful. So just thank you so much to all of you that use my links. That is a huge help. But it is an interesting little animal of itself that you have to kind of navigate and learn. I'm still learning all of that. And I'm still learning how to, approach companies, I guess, like, cause you kind of have to pitch yourself or say like, hey, I would like to be an affiliate and here is why, and here's what I think I can bring to the table. So, yeah, it's been an interesting process and it's been fun having something new to learn how to do and navigate. Yeah, so there's that. Okay. So that's the affiliate stuff. Let me look at my notes because I had that. Oh, this is a big one. I've learned that I'm gonna be okay. Like, it can almost make me emotional. I was terrified to leave Stampin' Up. I, again, had worked there for almost 14 years. Or not there, I shouldn't say that. I gotta be careful how I word things. I was a demonstrator for almost 14 years. And that's all I ever knew. I knew how to run the business. I knew how to work it. I knew how to make card kits and classes and sell those and bring in new team members and all of those things. And I understood the assignment. I worked with by the way, if you're a previous SU person, or I'm sorry, a current SU person, and you are looking for guidance on how to run your business, I would highly recommend Rhonda Wade. I will link to her below this video, and hopefully you get on with her, because she is the reason I had success with Stampin' Up. I mean, I did the work, but she taught me the systems. So I'll always be grateful to her for that. So anyway, I learned how to run that kind of a business really well. I had it dialed in. But the truth is, I just couldn't see myself doing things that way for the rest of my life. I felt stifled in my creativity. I didn't really enjoy cutting card kits anymore. I loved packaging them. I don't know why, but I love packaging cute little things. So I love packaging, but I did not enjoy like designing or cutting or prepping or any of those parts and pieces of that. And I knew that it was something I didn't want to do for the next 20 years. I mean, I plan to be a card maker for as long as you all let me. And I say that because my income depends on people watching my YouTube videos, championing me, cheering me on, and supporting me. And so it's kind of an oddity, because you are reliant on people supporting you. And so anyway, basically with Stampin' Up, I knew exactly how to run that business. I had it down to a well-oiled machine. But there were many aspects of it that I did not enjoy anymore. I changed. Stampin' Up did not. And I think that that is the key piece, is like, I would never disparage Stampin' Up, because they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything wrong. I just changed as a person. I grew as a person. I changed creatively. I became somebody who desired to continue to learn more and grow my skill sets. I do have to say that finding the nerve to leave Stampin' Up after I'd done it for so long, and knowing that that was a solid income for me, didn't come easy. It took me 1.5 years to make that transition and make that decision. I did not intend to leave Stampin' Up. I just wanted to be able to do creative things. But the longer that went on, the more I realized that I would eventually have to leave. And I had amazing support from my friend Kelly, from my friend Lydia, Amanda at Pear Blossom Press, and Joy at Pajama Crafter Stamps, also Marianne from the Rabbit Hole Designs. I could go on, the list goes on. But all of those people like supported me, championed me, told me I would be okay, even said like, we'll help you figure it out, you know. There were some different positions with some different companies that one friend even suggested maybe I apply for. So my biggest concern with leaving Stampin' Up really was my income, and community. Those were the two biggest things. The income, the community I felt like would eventually come, but the income part I had no idea. So just in total transparency, because you guys know that's who I always am, like I'm super transparent about everything, probably too much so, but has the income decreased? Yes. Like I don't make what I made with Stampin' Up, but that's okay. I'm happier. I feel fulfilled, and I am grateful for my schedule because I really have a crazy schedule right now with my daughter. Until she's driving, it's just nuts what I'm doing every day to try to get her where she needs to be at what time, because we live very rural and the school she goes to doesn't offer all the classes she needs to take. So I have to take her to a different school every other day, and it's a lot. So there's just a lot to balance and going on behind the scenes, right? So anyway, all of that is to say, I'm happy with my decision. I'm where I should be. And I feel like there's big things coming and more opportunities coming my way. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for me within the card making industry. And yeah, I've just really been enjoying it. So I just thought I would give you a little update, a little 1 month in, what's happening, how's it going? I guess we're actually approaching 2 months. I meant to film this video a couple of weeks ago, but it's been really good. And my husband has been happy. I'm still able to contribute to our household financially, so that's good. It's not, like I said, it's not what it was, but you know what? That's okay. It will come, and that's okay. So I'm just going to trust in God that I'm where I'm supposed to be and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm just going to keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep making one card after the other. And we'll see what happens. So I did have a bonus thing. Oh yeah, the product. So this is what I wrote. Bonus, the product. Holy Moses, the creativity unlocked with using so many products has been amazing. So that is definitely like, the product. CRAFTY Meraki, Hero Arts, Honeybee Stamps, Parablossom Press, Pajama Crafter, Pink Fresh Studio. I just go on and on. So one of the things I did worry about is the overwhelm I would feel with access to so many companies, using so many products, that kind of thing. There has been some of that. I would be fibbing if I said that there has been no overwhelm. There's been some overwhelm, but I've just picked stuff that I really, really love. And then the other thing I've done is I've committed to only picking a few different inks from a few different companies, so that I don't get too overwhelmed with that. I don't even have the space to own all the inks from all the companies. I simply don't. So I am really enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I'm just enjoying it, working hard, putting in hours randomly here and there in between taking my daughter here, there, and everywhere. And I'm doing well. And I'm going to be okay. And that was the thing that scared me the most. Am I going to be okay? Am I going to survive this change financially? Am I going to be able to still continue to stay home and work in my studio? Or there was even a point where I thought, am I going to have to rent my studio out to oh my gosh. For a second, I thought I wasn't recording. Am I going to have to rent my studio out to people? How is this going to work? But it's been okay. It's been fine. God has provided. And I should have known that. He always has my entire life. There's never been a time in my life where I've gone without, because God always finds a way to provide for me. So I hope that this video gave you some insight into what it's like to have left your job of almost over a decade that was totally reliant on customers and commissions and stuff. I didn't have a severance package, that's for sure. So, it was just one of those things, take the leap of faith. And there was planning, obviously, a little bit that had to go into it. I really didn't make the decision to leave until probably about a month before I left, only because I didn't really know what was going to happen. And then I had to get some of my ducks in a row to be able to leave. So that's it. That's where I'm at now. I'll keep you posted on how things go and how things change. But I wanted to just fill you in on those things, what I've learned, what my takeaways are. So far, I don't think I would do anything different. That just came in my head, like, would I have done anything differently? Maybe not. I mean, part of me says I built an entire business around one company, and maybe that wasn't the smartest move, but at the same time, I benefited greatly from that decision. I made good money. I got to go on lots of trips and vacations. I met a lot of really cool people, some of them that I'm still in touch with and will probably always be in touch with forever and ever. Yeah, so I don't have any regrets. I have no regrets about any of it. The time with Stampin' Up! Or leaving Stampin' Up! I think everything has happened exactly how it was supposed to happen. So, let's wrap this up because I could just keep rambling. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little while today. I hope you enjoyed your coffee or tea or whatever you were drinking while we visited. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.